Digging a Hole by Chloe Perrin. Sam and Kim are in the middle of a forest where there is nothing but a shovel and a hole in the ground. Kim is tied up and Sam drags her to the hole and throws her into it. Sam then begins to fill in the hole. After a few moments of silent digging, Kim clears her throat.
It's uncomfortable down here.
Should have thought of that before pissing off the boss.
That's a fair point. Well, I didn't know what I was expecting, really. Especially after you drove me here in the boot of the car instead of in the front seat. That was fun, though. Never driven in the boot before. I've never been buried alive in the middle of a forest before either, but I reckon that'll be less fun.
Shut up.
All right, sorry. I get it. You're on the clock. Zipping my lips.
Stop talking.
Sorry.
Sam continues shoveling dirt onto Kim and digs throughout.
Are you all right?
I said don't talk.
That you did. Sorry. Being a bit rude now, aren't I?
What did you mean?
Sorry?
When you asked if I was all right?
You seemed upset.
I seemed upset.
Yes, you seemed upset.
I'm not the one being buried alive.
Doesn't mean you've got an easy job though, does it? I may not be particularly happy about being tied up and thrown into my own grave, but I still appreciate an annoying situation when I see one. That's why I'm always kind to waiters, even if they bring me my food late.
Okay, it's actually easier if you don't talk.
Understood.
Before, I threw you in the hole harder than I needed to. I'm sorry about that.
It's okay. A few broken bones aren't exactly going to matter in a few hours, are they? I'm sorry to bring it up again, but are you sure you're all right?
I'm fine.
Do you want to talk about it?
No, I don't want to talk about it.
All right, no talking about it, even though I'm a really good listener. I'll keep it stum.
This part is usually the hardest, the start of the job, where you're not buried enough and I can still see your face.
Bet you wish you gagged me, didn't you?
It's difficult to still see. To be burying you, but to still see your... Oh, sorry.
Well, all I can say is that you're doing a bang-up job. Definitely efficient. Look, it's only been 5 minutes and I'm nearly half buried already.
I've done it before.
I can tell. You're awfully skilled with a shovel.
I don't like doing it.
Why not? Sorry. That was a silly question, wasn't it? Killing people isn't everyone's cup of tea, am I right?
I'm not... It's not something I find easy. I don't enjoy it.
I understand.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
I do. What? You don't think I've ever had a boss who made me do things I don't like before? I once worked in an office where the district manager timed our toilet breaks. Can you imagine? Hey, why'd you stop? Come on, at the pace you're going, you could be home within an hour.
What's wrong with you?
Just optimistic. Didn't know it was a crime. You know you need to finish the job. I heard your boss too.
I'm not a bad person.
Who's saying you're a bad person?
I wasn't a bad person before. I never used to be.
You're not now.
You don't know me. How do you know I'm not a bad person?
You just said you weren't.
You're listening to someone who's burying you alive because someone else told them to.
If I'm being completely honest here, it started to sound like you were arguing with yourself there.
I'm a bad person.
Oh, come on now.
I'm not good. Good people don't do things like this.
You're following orders from someone with a gun.
Good people don't do that. Good people stand up to people with guns.
Well, you know what I think? I think there's probably more to the situation than all this, if I was good, I wouldn't be doing this malarkey. I think there's so much more going on in a person's life than that factors into the decision of shall I bury this person alive or not?
There shouldn't be.
What do you mean, shouldn't be?
I feel like you're going to say it's all right to follow orders if the person ordering you has a gun to your head. But the way I see it is is that most situations boil down to their basic essentials. And the basic essentials of this situation are me murdering you because someone else told me to.
That's very reductionist.
I don't know what that means.
It means that life is wonderfully grey.
Oh.
Now, come on. It's getting chilly and I could do with a nice dirt coat, if you know what I mean. And you could do with getting out of the cold. Do you know any jokes? Just to pass the time until the dirt reaches over my neck? Oh dear, now don't be starting with that, or we'll have a very long night ahead of us, won't we? Come on, just a few more piles of dirt and you won't have to see this ugly mug ever again.
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Whenever I'm having trouble finishing a difficult job, what I like to do is think of the cup of tea I'm going to have after.
I want to die.
Well, there's room in this hole. For two, but we need someone to come and fill us in. Sorry, that joke was inappropriate.
I don't know when everything got so grey. I don't know if I was always capable of this. I must have been. Mustn't I? Jesus, what am I doing?
Okay, look, I know it's dark and I can't make much out in the moonlight, but when I look at you, I immediately know what I'm seeing. Do you want to know what I see?
What?
A person who's hurt. A person who's stood in a corner and is doing everything they can to survive, but they're hurting. And that person is looking at every single exit, but all they can see are closed doors. There's no light coming through the windows. And there's no one to reach out their hand to show them the way out. They think there's no exit, but there is.
What are you talking about?
There is a way out. You may not have realised there is a way out. You may not have realised, but you saw it tonight. You told me you weren't a bad person, but that's what you're doing isn't something good people do. So do what good people do. You know what that is? And I know this is going to sound, but
I have to let you go.
bingo. Not for me. For you. It's your first step in getting rid of all this pain. You can drive away to somewhere else, be done with this life, but it's up to you. You have to take that first step. Are you ready to do that?
I am. All right, I'm getting you out the hole. Can you stand?
Not quite, but if I twist this way...
I can reach out my hand and pull you up.
Exactly, and then you can untie me. Okay, let's do it. Grab my hand. What's happening? You stuck? Come on, grab my hand, pull me out.
You almost had me there.
Worth a try, wasn't it?
I'm sorry.
Not your fault. I think I'll keep my mouth closed now, though. Otherwise, I'll be taken to dirt all night.
I am sorry.
Don't be. Here's what it is.
Life's wonderfully grey, right?
Yeah. Wonderfully grey.
Sam covers Kim with dirt. The end.